Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Last Year, the #1 most out-of-date podcast in the world. Let's do it. Thank you. Okay, so I wanted to start this off with a question. Is cringe real? Because we were talking about this a lot recently. And I don't know. I honestly, I'm lost. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's just my projections on other people. Is anything cringe?
No. I don't believe cringe. Well, I just thought of this morning. And
Okay.
when you sent me something by Logan Paul and you're asking if it's cringe.
Yeah.
I just sort of, in my own mind, I was like, well, how do I assess whether this is cringe? What is cringe to me? And I realized it's not real.
Can you elaborate a little bit? Because, I feel mixed on this because, so when I was younger, a lot of things would make me cringe. And, I think it's because I was very judgmental, and I think I was putting my projections out on other people, and I was like, that'd be embarrassing for me, maybe. And then as I got older, a lot less things became cringe because I'm like, okay, if I actually had the context, they're just doing their thing. But there's still a little part of me where it's I don't know, it could just be insecurity of thinking what somebody thinks of me.
That's exactly what I think it is. Sure, that video you sent me of Logan was a little weird and uncalled for. But
and just to give some context, it's a video of him holding his baby and I think eating a hamburger or something, and he's doing some, or maybe he's shaking the, or rocking the baby or something, and he's promoting his brother Jake's fight.
Yeah, and Jake has also in the past, and he had a fat suit
I
on,
forgot about that.
and both of them have, or I guess this is the first time I've seen Logan wearing a fat suit, but Jake for some reason went on a trend for a few weeks where that's all he was posting was just him wearing that and eating a ton of food and stuff.
That's so true.
But I think for me watching that video, there's no reason for me to judge him. The amount of things he's accomplished and the person he is, I have no reason to think that's cringe. But I did think this is a little strange, and so I think I definitely thought that for sure. But as far as something being cringe, I think like you said, just cringe is just when you're just imposing your own insecurities on someone.
Yeah.
And if you would feel embarrassed doing that, don't they say to do things that makes you feel embarrassed? I feel cringe, when you're feeling cringe, that almost means that someone is doing something cool and good.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
You're just one, maybe a tiny bit jealous that they're putting themselves out there and they don't care what other people think, and you're like, maybe they should. I'm gonna judge them.
Yeah.
And then two, just just a little envious, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. I mean, it is you're definitely in that zone of discomfort. When I think of something being cringe, it's I wouldn't do it because it's uncomfortable.
And is uncomfortable a bad thing?
No, it's not. And
most of the
exactly,
time,
it's
it's a
the
good thing.
growth zone. That's where you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think cringe, maybe it is a thing or whatever, and how you feel when you see someone doing something that might be embarrassing for them or embarrassing for you if you were them. But just because it looks embarrassing doesn't mean it's bad. I don't think cringe is bad.
I like that a lot.
Or if it's even real.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to keep thinking about it, but it might be true. Cringe literally might not be real, and if so, that's so freeing. Because then, I don't know, I don't need to be second guessing literally everything I make or anything I do.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if someone thinks something you posted is cringe, so what? Tell me what you think the worst that could happen from that is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the worst that could happen is I just feel bad about myself. I feel insecure and because I could feel embarrassed, which I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I'd feel embarrassed if I felt the thing I did was embarrassing.
And do you think that cringe is bad for views and stuff, or good? Because I think it could
yeah,
definitely
I think it's good for views.
Yeah. So there's really no downside to cringe besides feeling bad yourself.
Yeah, so maybe your mental health.
But I mean, if it's something you want to make and you just have this feeling that other people might think it's cringe, then I think you're holding yourself back.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been posting a bunch on YouTube this week, like as I was planning to. And yeah, as you know, like one of the videos that I posted, it was how many Evan Carls does it take to change a light bulb? I was like going back and forth on like the last few seconds because it's a clip of me like falling off of a ladder like again and again. Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, what was cringe to me about it was that it was like I didn't give it my all. Like I just kind of fell off the ladder and I was like making this like half-assed like yell sound. Like I just didn't like it. But yeah, everybody that I've shown, like they didn't have that reaction. Like they just thought it was funny. And the one thing that surprised me is like specifically when I asked you and when I asked ChatGPT about this, you guys both came to the same conclusion like very fast. Like you were like basically just said like this is what you do. Like this is good for views. Like do it. Like you don't have a say. And like I'm over here like okay, how do you like? Why are you just making the decision for me? Like, and it's not exactly what you said, but to me it's like I need to make the decision for myself. Like, is this something that is actually going to affect my mental health because I'm so like embarrassed by it, or do I lean into it because it's good for views and comedy?
And why are you embarrassed about it? Like, because the yells sound weird or whatever. But I feel like that's all in your head. Like, no one's gonna.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And yeah, and even like if somebody does think it is like cringe, like yeah, why does it matter? As you're saying, like worst case scenario, it's still just in my head.
Yeah, if you think it's funny, and there's plenty of times where something that starts out as cringe becomes not cringe when more and more people start supporting it. And like, it's just when people are starting out, that's the easiest time to judge people, when they don't have a whole ton of support. And like LeBron, I feel like LeBron James could do literally anything, and people would think it's the best ever. And
I remember
all of them would start copying him and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you said like if Kendrick fell off of the ladder, like would I think that's cringe? And like, yeah, he's one of the coolest people I could think of.
Yeah, I know
It might still be weird.
I know you're saying this, but if he did it, I'm sure you would change your mind.
It'd make me feel cool because like I fell off of a ladder.
Well, and if you didn't post that video of you falling off the ladder, and all of a sudden Kendrick posts a video,
Then I'd be like punching the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, wow. So I just need to do everything, and I need to do it first.
Or not everything.
But like, yeah, I shouldn't let the thing be stopping me. Oh, I forgot to tell you to take off your shoes. I shouldn't let the thing be stopping me be like that possible cringe factor. If it's like something I don't want to do or something that's inappropriate, obviously I won't do it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, besides that, like posting on YouTube has been like super fun. I forget if I already said this, but like the difference posting on TikTok to YouTube is like so immense. It's like on TikTok, I like make a cool video and I post it and it feels like I just throw it into the void. Like I have no control. And then on YouTube, it's like, no, I get to like craft this thing and like put it in a library and like, it's just so fun. I don't know why.
And what do you mean craft it? Because you can craft both.
Yeah, it's that part's the same. But like the important part is like where it's going. Like on TikTok, I'm just throwing it into the ether. It's going into the matrix. It's just gone, you know?
What do you mean? Like, because it's going to a whole ton of people possibly? Or?
It feels so like, it just feels like I'm never going to see it again. Like it feels so like wobbly and like there's just such an immense amount of videos and like, it's hard for anybody to even find it. Okay. Whereas on YouTube, it seems very like secure and like this is the video that I posted on this date and it's this long and here's a title and thumbnail so you know what it's actually about. Like I really like it a lot more.
Yeah, I feel like with YouTube you can express yourself a whole lot more in like a controlled way that you have more control over.
That's so true.
And also your fan base on YouTube is going to be way more supportive of things you post probably because YouTube is more of like a commitment, like watching like a long video, you're doing that because you're genuinely interested in the video, not just because you swiped up and
Yeah.
it randomly happened. Like you don't even get to choose like what
Yes.
you watch on.
This is so true. And like I always knew that eventually I wanted to get to YouTube, and for some reason I was like, no, I have to do TikTok first. And like I finally was like, no, like actually I don't. And I'm glad I finally realized that, because like, yeah, it is way different.
Yeah, I think TikTok is just oversaturated and
Yeah.
not that fun to make. I mean,
It just hurt. It's like an attack on your brain, like 24/7.
yeah, I don't watch TikTok, thankfully. Like I've never gotten into it, which is nice.
But I do feel like you are a man of TikTok Reels and perhaps YouTube Shorts. Is that wrong?
Instagram Reels?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
I used to be purely YouTube Shorts back in the day, and then yeah, lately like been watching a little more Instagram Reels and stuff.
You're like ebbing yourself slowly off. Like,
I don't know. I feel like all of them aren't good.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
you hardly remember anything. Like, I'll send you a video, and I'll be like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And then I'll send it to you, and then
it's like something that
you'll like it a few minutes later or something, and I'll be like, oh, I forgot I sent that. Like, I totally forgot that video exists.
that's so wow.
Like, it doesn't have an impact
Yeah.
on you. It's just, satisfaction for them. Yeah, dopamine. Like, just little dopamine shots.
yeah, yeah, straight to the
it's
prefrontal cortex.
Like, so early quarantine, I didn't have Instagram, I don't think. Maybe this was before quarantine. But yeah, there was a certain point, like late high school, where I didn't have Instagram. I didn't, YouTube Shorts hadn't become a thing yet.
yeah,
So I was that was the best. Like, I'm pretty sure it was around quarantine, or maybe it might have been the period where, like 10th grade, where school stopped before we truly, yeah, like we all like, I guess it was quarantine, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like sophomore year? Like
Yeah.
or the last like quarter of it.
yeah,
Maybe it was that summer too after that, but yeah, so I wasn't exposed to any kind of short content or anything,
Yeah.
so I would just like,
you're able to like form like really like short like
yeah, I was
like
able
good
to
sentences like
connect brain cells
Yeah.
and synapses and stuff.
yeah, those were the days. Those were the glory days. For real.
But yeah, I would just open my computer, maybe log on to like my first Zoom class or whatever. Like I'd have a few, like maybe like either a few minutes or like an hour between my classes, and I would like, that's when I first started like subscribing to other YouTubers. Like I would watch YouTubers before that, but mainly just like Marco. Like he was literally the only
That's so
person I would
cool.
watch, and maybe like Mr. Beast occasionally. But yeah, I started finding these other YouTubers that I would like to watch, and I would watch them during that time. And like I didn't ever have just like open my phone and just like scroll through random stuff. It was always like go to the people like I wanted to watch, like George Poulos.
Yeah, it was like intentional. Like you knew what
Yes.
you're doing. Yeah, that's so true. And like, yeah, TikTok is just like all of those are like the craziest trap. Like,
Yeah, and do
hard
you
to
think
think.
like, cause, but you still like making TikToks?
I'm still gonna make some, mainly just because I think it'll be an easy way to make some money. Even though like I tried so many times and it didn't work, but there's a few ideas that I'm like, they have to pop off. If they don't, I think I'm like I think it's over. But
Okay. And are you moving anything over to YouTube Shorts? Are you posting YouTube Shorts?
I'm not, and it's because like I don't want to like get a big influx of subscribers and like make it look like I'm bigger than I am, if you know what I mean, because it's really easy to get a lot of subscribers from shorts and stuff. I'd rather do it through long form videos and like build a smaller but stronger like community, I guess.
But you still have some shorts that exist.
I do, and part of me wishes that I didn't post them. I'm glad that the clock video didn't take off like it did on TikTok. It got me like almost all my subscribers. Like I went from like, I don't know, 20 to like 500 just from that one short. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely stay away from YouTube Shorts and probably do a little bit more TikTok, but
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, what's the last like YouTube video you've posted? Like it's been a while.
The last, well, it was like my vlog, like the
Oh,
closing
yeah.
vlog.
Yeah, those are
this
so
summer.
fun.
Yeah, I have no idea why, like, I even post YouTube videos or TikTok.
Wait, why?
Because all of them get no views. They're all very unrelated to each other, and like, who am I even posting it for?
I mean,
That's the
for
thing.
one, for us, like makes it really easy for us to like if we want to go back and like watch like some good memories, like it's really easy to see it on YouTube and then it doesn't take up space on your computer. And like I don't know, I feel like why not? Like there's no harm in like do you think there's harm in like putting it out there? Like
No, but I don't know. No one watches it.
I mean I'm sure some people do.
I think I have no idea who my like current. It's probably just some all of like friends. Like
And
my
that's cool too. Like
subscribers.
think about Luke, like he was watching your vlogs every single day and like commenting and like I don't know. I think that makes it fun.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know.
Mm.
But
Are you thirsty today?
no.
Hydrating is really good for you, my friend. It's been proven. I looked it up and yeah, it's like it's not just your liver, it's for like every single part of your body. Like and so you don't actually just need this today.
Wow.
I should warn you before you drink out of it. I'm pretty sure that I peed in that bottle at least once or twice. But it's been washed very well.
Oh, thank you. Thoroughly
Yeah.
turns me off from wanting to. Why does this exist? This is giant.
Yeah, here, I'll hold it up to the camera. Yeah, it's like, I think it's a gallon.
It seems like way more than a gallon.
Really? I think, is it 2 gallons? This might be 2 gallons.
I would guess so.
I can't even remember, but yeah, I got this like a long time ago, 5 or 6 years ago. Uncle Steve got it for me actually.
Wow. Why?
Because I asked for it. I like really wanted it because I realized like how important hydration is, and so at the time I weighed like I don't know 155 pounds or something, and like I found out that I'm supposed to drink 50 to 75% of my body weight like in ounces, like pounds to ounces. You know what I mean? So this was like pretty perfect for me. I drink like one of these plus a little bit more, and then I'm set. And I don't know, do you remember, like, I'd carry this around school? Like, he was in, like, 9th and 10th grade.
I don't think so.
I remember specifically being in Mr. Simpson's class and, like, just pulling it onto the table and like, I looked like a gerbil and, like, people would laugh at me, but, like, I was just
awesome.
staying hydrated. Yeah. But I love it. And it was sick when he got this. It was, like, buy, like, the whole pack, like, get it free. So like, he bought this and then it came with one half the size, one like a fourth of the size, and then like a coffee cup. It was pretty sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, I bet not a lot of people buy this.
Yeah. Is it for like camping or something?
Yeah, I think so, probably. Although that would suck to carry.
Yeah. And do you use it anymore?
No, not really. Partially because I peed in.
Yes, that was an interesting decision. Was that during the clock?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know what else to do. Okay. Yeah, I sat
I
right
guess
here.
I would have done the same, I guess.
And I stared at the clock right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just didn't even go to the bathroom. Keeping it real.
Well, you probably did, but not like physically go to the
I urinated, but I did not go to the bathroom.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of topics, like, and yeah, so this time I did actually write everything I did, which is really cool. You did not, right? Like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna wait till the end because it's probably gonna drag on because it's a whole week of like talking like about what I did. Oh yeah, but yeah, okay. I am like really loving posting on YouTube. Like, it's so fun and like exciting and like I really am liking it. I had 2 videos in a row get over 100 views, which is pretty cool to me. Like, because a lot of my videos don't get that many views, so that was awesome. It was, yeah, I don't know if you probably haven't seen them, just because I haven't like sent you them or anything. But okay, I posted the one where I critiqued Johnny Pancakes, the one where I made a beat in 1 hour, and those were the 2 that got over 100 views. And then Evan Carl's, and then I ranked every song on Chromacopia. So yeah.
I think I've only seen maybe one or two of those.
Okay. I know I showed you the Evan Carl's, but
Yeah.
that might have been it. I don't know. But yeah, it is super fun. And I've been trying to make a lot of videos, like almost one every other day, because I'm trying to hit the 52 videos goal that I made for myself at the beginning of the year. I'm like way behind schedule. So yeah, I'm trying to play some catch up.
Did you make that goal when you were still doing like YouTube or something? Because I
Yeah.
vaguely remember like there's this YouTube video of you saying a ton of different goals.
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one?
Mhm. Yeah, it was one of the like 5 or 6 goals or whatever. And so I'm trying to play catch up in Q4 and get it done. Okay, so I was just talking to my mom about this actually. I think I want to learn Mandarin. Like, I think I just want to do it. Like, it'd be really cool if in a year from now, like Bennett, if somehow we just put in a clip of me speaking like fluent Mandarin for like 10 minutes or something. So future Bennett, hope you can do that. No, I don't know about that, but like I do want to learn. Like, it's the most spoken language in the world right now. Like over 1 billion people speak it. I think it'd be, I think it would be maybe helpful. It'd be also like very funny, and also I have like a brilliant idea on how to do it. So like, you know how there's like translating apps where like you hear somebody talking and then it translates it. Yeah, and I think it does it like almost in real time, like very fast. So I want to get like headphones and just put them on, and then everybody that I talk to, including you, is just speaking in Mandarin to me. It's genius. Think about it. Like I put it on, I wake up, the news is in Mandarin, the TV's in Mandarin, like you're in Mandarin, I get on the bus driver's speaking in Mandarin. I'm like, what is going on? Like Mrs. Roddy, Dr. Roddy, I don't know what her surname is. That's not the right term, but she's speaking in Mandarin. Like, I think that's the most effective way to do it. Because like I'm forced to figure it out, and it's, it doesn't require me to travel to China and like live there for however long.
That would be the coolest.
To travel to China.
Like, if I ever wanted to, like, assuming I had complete free will.
Okay.
Which,
you're not
at
sure.
the moment, isn't completely sure. But if I ever wanted to learn a language and I wanted to experience a new culture or something, I would definitely move somewhere. Like, that seems like the best way to do it.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about my idea?
I think you should move to China.
Okay. I love my idea. The main reason I want to learn Mandarin is because of my idea. Like it makes it sound so easy. Like, how can I go wrong?
Well, you would have to somehow just have Google Translate, assuming if that's like what you're using, just constantly recording and
I'm
listening.
sure they have.
Impossible.
I think they have an app. Like, it's for people that travel to foreign countries and stuff. So
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we should test it out.
Yeah, I'll look into it, because one, it'd be just, I feel like a genius idea to like learn language, but also it'd be a baller YouTube video.
Yeah.
So.
You could also just try exposing
I'm kinda
yourself to
nervous.
as much Mandarin as possible.
Like just changing all the TV.
Yeah. I'm like watching like Mandarin TV.
Yeah. I'll just watch The Office in Mandarin.
Yeah, I was just about to
I love
say.
The Office.
Because I was like sort of trying to do senior year of high school when I was trying to get better at Spanish.
German? Oh.
I was watching, I found some Spanish YouTubers I like, and I was just watching them occasionally.
And that worked pretty well, right?
I can't really tell if it helped.
I remember you were listening to Spanish in the car as well, I think.
I was?
I thought, wait, was it you or me? like one of us?
Probably you.
No, but one of us had a dream in Spanish. It must have been me, because I remember, like, I think that's a sign that you're really learning a language, is if you're actually dreaming in a different language, because it's like subconscious. And I had at least one of those, and it was pretty sick.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Ni hao. How impressed would you be if for the rest of this podcast I just started speaking in Mandarin?
Is ni hao Mandarin? I think it might be Japanese.
All right. Well, what if I just started speaking Mandarin? Hit it.
I would probably be pretty surprised.
One more.
Solid.
All right.
There, one more.
Oh. Does that hurt your ear at all? Every time.
It doesn't
For
really
me,
hurt
every
my
time.
ear.
It straight in there.
Yeah,
It could be because my ears are like pointed forwards. It's, affects the vibrations.
I doubt it. I doubt it affects that
Mike
much.
Tyson and Jake Paul are fighting in like 6 days or something, which that'll be fun to watch at Sean's house.
Yeah.
Like if you guys are still down. Who's gonna win? You told me who you think's gonna win. You said Mike Tyson? Mm-hmm. You still think that? Mm-hmm. Why?
Because he's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I think he's 58 years old. Like, have you seen any clips of him training? Have you seen any clips of him training over 1 second long? Really? What, like 2 seconds? Everything I see, it's like a very short, like, and he's like running forwards and like, ah! And like, it's like so short. Like, they're trying to hide his age.
I mean, has Jake Paul posted any long videos?
No,
of him sparring?
but longer than a few seconds. He posted one that was maybe, I can't remember, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds or something.
It's not that much more.
I think that's a really big difference because for Mike, it's like maybe a second, and he's like, and then
But
also all the
those
like
punches he's throwing for a few seconds
yeah,
could knock
but
out
also
like
like
5.
on Netflix, I watched just a few seconds of like because they put out like a series like leading up to it. I haven't watched it, but like the footage, the camera guy is like moving around so much and turning, and he's trying to make it like as intense as possible for Mike's like training clips to make it like look really fast and like strong. But like if it was a still camera, it would not be the same. Like I'm sure of it. And so I don't know. I think Jake's gonna secure the win. Like I think it's like a 80% chance that's gonna happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Jake is pretty good.
I think it'll be cool to see because at least Mike's like a real boxer.
Yeah, I think that's the funny thing is like Jake's fought a lot of people and pretty much everyone he's fought, like everyone has says like they're not a real boxer. Like there's just no denying Mike Tyson is a real boxer.
But there is denying his age, which like that's kind of what I'm doing. He's not 58. He's been lying this whole time. That's why he looked like 25 when he was 12 years old. He's actually in his 80s.
He's still gonna beat him.
Okay. Somebody clip that. Cut to Mike Tyson getting knocked out in round 3.
Mike Tyson, has Mike Tyson ever been knocked out?
I think like once, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was a pretty cool story. Like, I forget who did it.
Or
but
wasn't it just knocked down or something?
I can't remember. I mean, he might have gotten like, I don't know. Do you know what his fastest knockout ever was?
Like 3 seconds or
I think
something?
8 seconds.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Which is pretty wild.
yeah.
Like, especially just in boxing. Like, that's crazy. Like, in MMA, I could understand a much faster knockout. Because you could just hit somebody with a flying knee out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting like matchup because you have like arguably like the best of all time, but
Versus an old man.
versus someone who a lot of people say is not good and not experienced, but young and in their prime.
Yeah.
So
And people say that, but he is pretty good, I think. But I guess it's hard to tell. It is hard to tell because he has fought some real boxers, but like one of them just I think wasn't used to the pressure of so many people watching.
who's that?
What's his name?
Like that's
Andre
a funny,
August?
Funny excuse.
Andre August was one of them. Like he was basically in his prime, a good boxer with a very good like score or whatever, career score. That's not the word, but there was multiple. And then he fought Tommy Fury and he lost, but it was still really close. And Tommy's like in his prime as well.
Have you talked to Sean? Does he think Mike Tyson's gonna win?
I don't know, but we should text both.
Yeah. I'm sure they both. I don't know. Jack probably just thinks it's stupid or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they both kind of do, but I don't care. But they still want to watch it. Like Sean, like I think because it's on Netflix, a lot of people, even if they don't really care, they're probably gonna watch it because like it's gonna be a big deal no matter what, and it's like a multi-generational thing. That's why it's gonna be so big because everybody loves Mike. True. Like possibly grandparents nowadays, like have watched Mike.
It's like everyone loves Mike and everyone hates Jake.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So
like everybody's gonna want to watch it then. Yeah, I think it'll be cool, and I think it's sick that it's like the first live sporting event on Netflix, I believe. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I saw you saw that cube. I put it there on purpose so that you could not fiddle with that and you could leave it in your pocket.
Wait, how is that thing just the receiver?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Okay, but you have your thing and you're like recording yours.
Huh?
Okay, because I was thinking that was supposed to be hooked up to you.
Oh no. Yeah, those red dots. So we're chilling.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's what do they call it? Like an infinity folding box or something.
Huh.
Yeah.
How long have you had this?
I think it was like a Christmas gift or something, like a handful of years ago.
Oh.
And I just put it in the box that it came in until I was cleaning out this room, and I found it, and it's very cool.
Is it mainly just for fidgeting?
I think so. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have any other ideas of like what it could be used for?
No. I was wondering if you could do tricks with it or something.
No. So there's this really cool video. Maybe you can. You should try. There's this really awesome video that you need to watch. If we have time, I'll show it to you after the pod. Brother, it's so cool. You know Casey Neistat? Okay. So wait, did I already tell you about this? He made a video maybe 9 months ago called, I think it's called Sisyphus and the Impossible Dream. It's so cool. It is so good. Like, every time I watch it, I get so hyped and excited, and like it just like really like lights a fire in me. Like, it's so sick. It's done very well. It tells a story that spans across like 17 years of his life in a concise like 10-minute video, and it's so well done and just so inspiring. Yeah, I think you should just watch it on your own, but basically it's about his so he got in this accident. He was on a moped or something, and a car just ran a red light and hit him, and he broke his leg like crazy. He had to get like his bones replaced with metal throughout his entire leg, basically. And the doctors told him that he would never run again. And so he's like, you know what? Like, I am gonna run. In fact, I'm gonna run a marathon, and I'm gonna do it in under 3 hours, which I ran my marathon in like 4.5 or something. So like under 3, like that's a massive difference. That's every mile is at least 6 minutes and 50 seconds, if not faster, for 26.2 miles. So it's a really amazing video. You should watch it. You should watch it. It's so good. I showed it to Sean like on like Saturday or something. Like, yeah, and he really liked it, and I'm so glad. Like, I think it was the next day he was at work or something, and somebody there was like really annoying him or something, and he like didn't want to do something, and then he thought of the video, and he's like, nah, like I'm gonna push through this, like, and it like actually motivated him in that instant. And then just a few days ago, he texted me and said that he wants to run a marathon in 2025, and I think it's largely after watching that video, it like hyped him up, and I definitely am gonna run one as well. If you want to join us, not too late. You got plenty of time to train.
Yeah.
I don't know when we'll do it, like what time of year, but Sean wants to do like a more solid one, like 12 or 16 weeks of training at least, because last year he literally went on like a total of like 7 training runs, and like I think the rest he just did stair steppers, and it didn't really work out. I trained more, not enough as I should have, but maybe 4 or 5 weeks, and I felt pretty good actually. until the end. But I felt very good for a lot of it.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's got me hyped like in all aspects of life, but like I definitely want to do more marathons, and someday I want to run the New York City Marathon. Like that's the dream.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The impossible dream.
And your mom's run it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my mom has run it. And I think that's super cool. Like she's one of the main reasons that like she totally inspired me to want to run a marathon. Because I always thought that was super, super cool. She ran 4 marathons and then the La Luz twice, which is not quite a whole marathon. Like it's not the same distance, but it's literally up the mountain. So I feel like that's maybe more impressive than a marathon.
And is that like a race? Or?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's maybe half a marathon, but up a mountain.
Wow. Yeah. And you've like hiked it before, right?
Yeah, I've hiked it maybe 3 times or something.
Have you considered running up it?
I don't, maybe someday I will because I'll feel the pressure of like, all right, well, my mom did this, so, but it sounds terrible. I don't know if I want to do it.
Does your sister want to run another one?
Yeah, she does. So I showed my mom and my sister the video, and I think they liked it. Maybe not as much as me and Sean did. Like, it's so good. Like, I can't describe. There's like 2 parts of the video specifically that like I just feel like adrenaline like entering my body when I watch it. But yeah, Amelia wants to run also more like 5Ks and stuff, like just throughout the year, and I'm totally down. So we'll probably be doing that.
Cool.
And I know she wants to run the New York City Marathon someday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, banger video.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if there's any other videos I've watched. I watched the Mr. Beast video. Like
Yeah,
the
me too.
experiences
Dubai.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did. I really did. I think that's a really good format for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are my favorite type of videos that he makes. Is like the sort of like the inexpensive to expensive stuff, like either inexpensive food to expensive food, or inexpensive hotels to expensive hotels or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my favorite type of video that he makes.
Yeah. I like a lot of the videos he makes. Like, it's hard for me to like pick one. Although if I did actually, I think I prefer the ones where it's like, you know, like 100 people versus 100 people, or like the type where it's like 2 people have to live in a bunker for, or the guy has to live in a grocery store for as long as he can. Like
that was a good
I love
one.
those. I love those.
Yeah, I like some of those. I feel like some of them I don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, I like all his videos.
Yeah.
Some of them I don't like as much as
Yeah,
the other
and
ones.
this is another thing we were talking about, like getting desensitized to like the incredible things that he does. Like, because like if I hadn't seen any of his videos ever in my life, and then I watched any of the ones he's made in the last probably like 5 years, like it would blow my mind. But now, since I get it, like I watch one every like 2 weeks, it's like, like he gave out $1 million last time. What's the big deal?
And I remember when you first told me that Mr. Beast was going to try and upload every week or something. I think he was doing that for a while.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I remember thinking like that's going to happen. Like, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, you said that, and that was like a few years ago. That was freshman year, college.
Really? Yeah. And because I remember, like do you remember the Chocolate Factory video?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I watched it though. Like at the time, I wasn't fully like locked into Mr. Beast, but right after that, I was. I think.
Yeah, the Chocolate Factory video was like his biggest for a while.
Was that before the Squid Games video?
Probably. And like I remember seeing the teaser or whatever on his Instagram, and I couldn't believe it because that was just a huge step up. I think if you look back at the videos before that, there's like probably a visible difference of the quality or like the magnitude of the video. And yeah, since that type of big production only came like once and the rest of them were sort of smaller scale stuff, that was like amazing. Like, I remember thinking that was absolutely insane. Yeah. And yeah, that kind of thing he's been doing for quite a while now, so and more frequently. So yeah, I think it probably doesn't. It's probably desensitizing a lot
The
of
whole
people.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what can you do?
Yeah, and if anyone, I mean, it's not like it's affecting him too much. Like, I think
Yeah.
each video is getting like 200 million views.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it didn't really do anything. But if at any point it does start to, I don't think there'll ever be a day where Mr. Beast is getting less than 100,000, 100 million views.
Isn't that crazy to say out loud? Like, you're probably right, and that's ridiculous. That's wild.
Yeah. I don't think so even if he continued doing what he's doing and uploading frequently with like really large productions and stuff like that, I think his views are gonna continue to stay around what they are right now.
Yeah, partially from the fame, partially from like he just has good ideas. Like, I don't think he needs to go all out to have like a really captivating idea and like make it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, he's
like
pretty
the
set.
cave one was really fun, and that was just him and his friends. There weren't any huge expenses or anything, probably.
Maybe buying the cave.
I
Just kidding,
doubt
but
they'd buy anything. They probably just went in the cave.
yeah,
Maybe the tour guide or whatever.
they buy him. Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good video.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other videos you liked?
No. No, I liked a lot of them. Okay, Sean just responded, sorry.
Right.
He said, so yeah, we asked him who's winning, Jake or Mike. He said, my heart's still Michael Tyson. All right, 2v1. I hope Jack is also against me so that I could say, ha, told you all.
You've definitely made me like Jake Paul a lot more. I guess I knew nothing about him really before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just gotta go for Mike Tyson.
That's cool.
Even if he loses.
Okay.
That'd be very sad if he loses.
Different question than who you think's gonna win. Who do you want to win? Or
Mike
do you
Tyson.
care? Okay, you want him to win and you think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I want and think Jake will win.
Okay. You wouldn't feel bad for Mike Tyson?
Oh, of course I would. And I think I will. I have a feeling he's going to get knocked out, and that's not going to be fun to watch a 58-year-old. I don't like imagining that, but I think that's going to happen, which sucks.
Even though he's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Like,
a 58-year-old Mike Tyson is like about equal to a 27-year-old Jake Paul. How old is he?
maybe 26?
Yeah. So
Where are you pulling this?
it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like if it was a 58-year-old Jake Paul, it would be over.
And like a 26-year-old Mike Tyson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or even a 26-year-old Jake Paul versus
a 26-year-old Mike Tyson.
and that would also be over. But I'm saying
I don't watch it.
26-year-old Jake Paul versus a 58-year-old Jake Paul.
Yeah, that's
Jake
true.
Paul
Like,
the younger Jake Paul would definitely win.
yeah, and like thinking about it like that, like, I mean, you know, you really got to give props to Mike for like getting in the ring, like, and like there's like normal rules, like he knows he can get hurt, like.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I have a feeling because I think he said this before in interviews and stuff, like the reason he respects Jake Paul so much is like because he's promoting boxing a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't think, I mean, I never was like wanting to
Yeah,
watch any
I'd
boxing.
say our whole generation like wasn't really like paying attention to it. Like it was like a sport, but like if you weren't really into fighting, you didn't really care. And he's brought so many eyes. Like now it's like mainstream, like trending #1 on Netflix, like the first live event ever. Everybody's gonna be watching it. Plus, yeah.
The only other thing I can think of that I heard people talking about a lot was, wasn't it Fury or something? It was Conor McGregor.
Usyk and Fury or something. Conor McGregor and Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big. That was big. It was a boxing match, and it was an exhibition. Yeah, that was really the first like big crossover, like, because Conor's like MMA, and Floyd's like been the GOAT of boxing, and they're like the same weight class.
And who won again?
It was Floyd, if I remember right. Yeah, it was Floyd, but that makes sense because that's what he does. But Conor like put up a really good fight. That's the first fight that I really watched because it was the first one I cared about. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that's why Mike Tyson is accepting it, is because he knows
respects
how
him?
much this is going to grow the sport.
yeah.
Like, this probably is
Yeah,
probably the biggest potential out of all of Jake's fights.
definitely. Yeah, I can't remember what the number is, but it's something crazy like like 800 million households have Netflix or something, and so that's just like 800 million families. Like that's a lot of eyes.
And you don't have to pay to watch it on Netflix, right?
Yeah, if you have the subscription, you're set.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how are they? Because most fights are pay-to-view, so how are they
Pay-per-view.
making money?
That's a good question. They probably got a ton of money from Netflix.
Oh,
That's what I would assume, because it's gonna bring so many people to Netflix. Like, as if you don't have it, maybe you'd buy the Netflix subscription. You probably would, because Jake's had pay-per-views that were like $100. I'm pretty sure, something like that. So a Netflix subscription is less than that if you cancel it after like a month.
true.
Yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then, like, did you see they have I think it's the first time in history that there's a seat going for like $1 million or $2 million or
I
something.
think so, yeah.
It's this like little suite that's like right ringside. It's so close to the ring that they have a TV to watch it on because like the ring is like blocking their view or something crazy. That's what it looked like to me. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like I would if I paid that money, I'd want to be like above the ring with like a glass floor so I could like walk around, like watch them.
That's a cool idea.
That's a cool idea. Hopefully nobody steals it. I have a whole year to put this into motion. I doubt I'm
You
gonna.
could probably like get it going before the fight, maybe, if you really tried.
Yeah, you're probably right. I
You
probably
could be the
could.
first person to sit in that type of seat.
That'd be sick. There was one fight recently. I can't remember who it was. It might have been one of like Canelo Alvarez's fights, or I don't know. But they had a halftime, or not a. It was like between fights. They had a concert where the stage came down over the ring, and like it was super sick. Like it was just floating above the ring or something. So that was pretty cool.
Who was performing?
Shaquille O'Neal? No, I don't know. I honestly can't remember now. But I think it was a pretty well-known person, perhaps. Would you mind if we take a short break?
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, if we did hang out last night, I was gonna ask you and Sean and Jack, like, okay, let's say we go to a high school reunion at some point. Like, would you want to go like like with in your head being like, yeah, like I made it, like, and now I can go to my high school reunion, like do you even care about like making it, or like, yeah, because I'm just wondering.
I feel like, yes, I would want to go, like, having known I made it.
Yeah.
But also I feel like it's good to just in your own head, like, if you made it in your own head, like, if you're happy with yourself,
Yeah.
that's like the best, like, point of view probably.
That's so true. I also like, I was then gonna ask you guys like what does it mean to you to make it? Because like I feel like, you know, a lot of times like I'm like pretty ambitious. I'm like, oh, I want to do this big thing and this big thing, and like unless I actually ahead of time I'm like, all right, this is what it means to make it. Like I might not ever really get to that point where I feel really like proud of myself, you know. So I feel like it's important to be like, yes, like this and this. But also part of me is like I shouldn't be like relying on these big goals and stuff. Like I should just be happy with where I am. But part of me wants 10 million subscribers. You know, because like that's something where like if I right now confidently I can say like if I hit that, like I would tell myself like I've made it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that aren't like, because I don't even just want the number, like, because I could just make a bunch of shorts and that'd probably eventually work.
Yeah, that's why like specific accomplishments are probably not the best for you to try and like I just want to do this by this point and like
Yeah, it's not good. It's
just trying to impress like 50 people that are literally like your peer, like
Yeah.
not older than you, not younger than you. They're like your equal. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I would also want to, and for me, like, I can't really think, like, the subscribers thing, that would be cool, but I don't know if that's, like, a goal for me. Like, for me, it would probably just be, like,
Traveling the world.
yeah,
with the
having
boys.
traveled a lot.
That was one of mine too.
Or just have a lot of money.
Yeah, that was one too. Yeah, no, because those are way more like concrete than like subscribers or whatever. And then, but of course, it's also like, like I don't
You'd
know,
probably
like
have a lot of money if you had 10 million subscribers.
maybe I'll get to 10 million subscribers by traveling around the world.
Yeah, but I think in general it's good to just do whatever gives your life purpose and not like try to do something for
Yeah, some
your
arbitrary
high
number
school.
that you said like 10 years ago or like yeah.
Yeah, lately I've just been thinking a whole lot. Like, I feel like I'm legitimately not good at anything. So
Why even say that? You know, that's just like, okay, I'll hear you out, but like this is something I'm gonna fight you on. Like,
So
like I
I've
don't
been-
even think you believe it. Like you definitely don't even believe it. That's why you laughed when you said it.
No, I just knew you would think it's funny. And so, like, I'm trying to sort
laughable.
of, like, lately I've been thinking, like,
Good at.
what's going to be, like, my main thing? Like, what do I want to focus on? And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I'm getting a degree right now, which most people would consider, like harder than average.
Maybe you want to focus on having a healthy life, like just a balanced life, like doing a little bit of everything and just doing what you enjoy, like.
But up until this point, I've not succeeded in, I don't, like, tell me, well, I haven't succeeded in anything.
You haven't succeeded in anything. Oh,
Like, for example, like,
I have so many things. Okay, first of all, like, okay, you got through like like kindergarten. Just kidding, but like you
That's
graduated high
everyone,
school.
though.
You're almost through college. Like you're working on a degree that's like genuinely gonna like you're gonna be able to do things with that. Like that's a big deal. And there's like so many little things that like, you know, like you're doing fine. You bought a car. That's awesome. Like you learned how to drive said car. You know. And like I know it sounds like I'm just like pulling for things here, but like if we like actually thought about it, like there's plenty of things to be proud of.
I don't know, maybe. But yeah, so that's sort of what I'm thinking about. It's like I gotta have one main thing that I could become like, because like either
exceptional.
Yeah, like either someone just being a bodybuilder or something, or like if I think of other people, like seems like everyone has like one thing that they've sort of like become exceptional at, and I got
Okay, maybe you've become exceptional at like just talking to people. You don't think so? Or
it's
like
not, I don't think so, and then also that's not like cool.
that's very cool. What are you talking about? Like that's an actual practical thing that's like that has effects like in real time.
I don't even think that's true.
That's very true. Like, bro, there's like awkwardness can literally like kill a person. Like you don't understand. Like just being able to like talk to people is one of the most powerful skills in my opinion. Like there's so much good that could come from that. And without it, like you're kind of screwed.
I don't know. Like I remember telling Christian about this over the summer when we were hanging out, and I don't know. I felt like it sort of like went away, and now it's like coming back.
Some like doubt or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of thoughts that circulate in my mind.
Yeah.
And this one's probably one of the worst.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that you should just ignore and like focus on something cool.
But if I continue to ignore it, I'm just gonna be like I am right now. And
Or okay, maybe don't
nothing.
ignore it. Like maybe like I don't know. I mean like so. I mean, I guess it could just be like do you have do you have a desire to like try different things to like find something? Because I don't think it's important to think about like what you're good at or whatever. More so like what you enjoy, and then you'll enjoy like getting better at it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself.
I think you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is there a specific thing, like, what would you say is your biggest thing that you want to become, like, that you want to spend a majority of your time doing or become good at?
Marine biology. Just kidding. Well, okay, I guess like I really like storytelling and creating things in general, and I like sharing things with people and like trying to make people feel things, and yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. Which isn't like a very solid thing. Like for a long time, like I've always loved editing videos, for example. Recently, like in the past handful of years, it's kind of become a little more of a chore. Sometimes I enjoy it, but I more so just really like the entire just like making something and putting it out there. Like that's really fun for me.
That's good. And is it specific around YouTube or?
I mean, yeah, right now, like that's definitely what I'm doing and what I want to be doing. Like that could totally change.
But say you're like a 35 to 40-year-old man in the future. Like, what do you see yourself for like an occupation? Like, or not necessarily not occupation. I mean, like either like hobby slash occupation.
Like what how I make a living. Like,
purpose. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
not like fully just how you make a living. Because I know there can be that, and then also a ton of other stuff you want to do.
Okay. I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I definitely like, I know like I do not want any sort of like traditional like 9 to 5 or anything. Like, I just like want to make cool stuff. Like I definitely want to lean into like the creative part of like who I am and like just really go all in and really sink my teeth in there, see what I could do. So I guess, okay, looking forward to that age, like ideally, I would have been very successful in like, yeah, just like making these things and putting them out there and making a lot of money off of it.
Like specifically content on social media?
As of right now, that's yes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And I feel like that could change, but like as of right now, I don't see anything besides that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you might have a funny follow-up question. No?
Or I don't know. I don't think it's funny. And were you gonna say you're gonna do anything else after that?
I'll probably just chill in the Caribbean. What do you mean?
Like, I'm pretty sure you started that sentence by saying like at first make a lot of money or become successful at making.
Did I?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't. If I did, I don't think I meant to.
Okay. So like, what would your average day be like for like you in like the prime, like which most people would probably consider like mid-30s. Like I'm sure that's probably when you're like in the corporate world or whatever is when you're most
I think
successful
in life in general,
it's like 40 to 50 or something.
I heard that a lot of people really like being around the age of 35 because it's when they feel the most like useful to other people, like in their family, at work, like they're very capable, they're in charge of a lot of stuff in life, and they're physically like mentally pretty healthy. I think that's like where a lot of people are in their prime, like 25 to 35, whatever. What was the question?
What would an average day for you look like? Because we're all like, everyone is striving for something. Like there's always some point in your life where you're like, I'm just sort of trying to get there.
Yeah.
Like, what's that for you?
It's like, okay, I think that's a hard question for me to be like, what does my actual day look like? But I can tell you that I really value just doing things that I really enjoy so that I can like put all my passion into it, put my energy into it. I enjoy spending time with people that I care about. And I really do not want to, like, I don't want to be spending my time on things other than that, basically. And so like, it's hard to tell you exactly what my schedule would look like, but I think it would be a pretty nice mix of like, just spending time with people I care about, my friends, my family, and continuing to just make what I feel compelled to make, and hopefully making good money off of it.
Okay. That's awesome. And like, would that be in Albuquerque?
Yeah, definitely. Like at least for the foreseeable future, I'm definitely gonna stay in Albuquerque. It's like that. It's hard to look that far out, but I'll say 5 years from now, I'm sure I'll still be here at least.
Interesting.
Yeah, and yeah, I want to hear more about you. Like, do you have like what do you think your daily life would look like? Um, yeah, like let's say when you're like 30 or 35 or whatever.
I feel like I would want to live in a lot of different places.
Like before then or at that time.
Probably before then.
That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome.
And I guess at that time, just sort of similar to you, like hopefully have a good amount of people that I want to spend time around and that I feel close to. And probably like just fulfilling more like goals that I have or that like I will come up with later on, and just doing more and more things I'm interested in. Like I don't know, I feel like a ton of things I want, like just everyone wants. Like I feel like it'd be very cool to start a successful business. And
yeah, that would be awesome.
Just lately I've been thinking like how impossible so much of that stuff I want like sounds, because probably so many people want to do that. Like all these like Instagram reels about just like get your buddy and like move into a house and like just grind for like 2 years and you'll make it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so that shows, and that video has like millions of likes or something. Like there's so many people that want to start a business and just be like the CEO of it when it becomes gigantic. So I don't know. I just hope I can like, some of these things I want to do, I hope I can actually figure out how to do them.
Yeah.
Because lately I've been like not too impressed with myself. Like I've been wanting to get like more muscular and stuff, and I feel like I've made no progress. So I don't know. Hopefully.
Okay. Well, first of all, yeah, I want to say like.
I don't even know if I can like accomplish goals.
Bro, yes you can. Like, what are you talking about? I've seen you crush exams like multiple times, and like sure, like maybe you didn't get it the first time, but guess what? Then you tried again and you got it. That's all I'm saying. And also like, yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I've seen so many reels. Like for me, I feel like it was a few years ago where I got extremely like overwhelmed by just seeing like all these people are trying to do what I want to do and whatever. And it's like, it gets overwhelming seeing how saturated it already is. And it's like, damn, well, like literally all these people are doing it already, like blah, blah, blah. And it can feel bad, but like, do not let that sway you from doing it. Because like, no matter how saturated anything is, like if you go in there and like, you just, you stand out by being unique and like somehow like you can stand out and like have your own niche in whatever business it is, like you can totally do whatever.
Yeah, I feel like also a lot of these motivational reels and stuff, like they're trying to motivate people, but a lot of times it like makes me feel worse because they're all like, you just need to drop everything. And like,
yeah, it's like you need to go monk mode, like no talking to anybody for 6 months.
It's like that sounds. I know it definitely like accomplishing things definitely involves hard work and stuff, but like some of those motivational things just make me like just give up like right after watching it. Do you sort of understand how I feel?
Yeah, I do. And it's interesting because recently I felt a bit of a shift. Like there's always been some motivational edits that just always like do actually make me feel good. But recently like a lot of them have been, and I think it's because like I feel good about like little like moves that I'm doing. Like it feels good that I'm finally posting like more consistently on YouTube, that I'm finally not caring so much. Like I still care, I struggle with this, but like I'm at least pushing through and like posting stuff. Like, so when I do stuff like that and then I watch the motivational edits, I'm like, yeah, like I'm doing that. Like, yeah, like
okay.
keep hyping me up. Like, yeah. But then of course there's still a lot of them. Some of them I purposely don't look at like on YouTube. It might be a motivational thing. I'm like, either like, no, like, do I even really need this? No. Or it might be like, I can tell this is gonna be one of those ones that demotivates me, so I'm not gonna watch it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of all that.
Yeah. I think just in general, spending too much time on social media is bad.
Yes.
Even if that's the kind of stuff you're watching is like the supposedly positive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so true. Like, you should limit yourself and stay grounded in reality. And like, everybody's posting their highlight reel, you know? Like, all these people that are like, these two guys that made $1 million business in their room for like, being together for like a week or something. Like maybe they actually did it. Like, is that going to be a lasting thing? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I think it's good just to keep things in proportions or balanced.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because I feel like you're never going to be happy if you're just constantly focused on, like, some of those reels are like ridiculous.
Like what?
I don't know. I feel like I can pull up a few of them where it's just like, I don't know. I guess, yeah, just like it's good to have goals and stuff, but you still have to you can't be so focused on just building for the future that you forget about what's going on like around you.
I really agree with that.
And like whenever I see a video that's saying something like giving off that kind of vibe, like it just discourages me a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of like turns you off. It's like, yeah.
Because those videos almost make it seem like there's like no process. Like you just gotta like, if you're just motivated enough, like,
you just make the money. It'll disappear.
Yeah, like, and if it's a long-term thing, like sure you gotta have like motivation, but it's gotta last over a long time.
And so,
it's not just like like the video makes it seem where it's like you gotta like every single second of the day you gotta be like.
Yeah, and that's something I feel like I realized more so recently. Like, of course I always knew that, but like, you know, it's easy to look back for me and be like, oh my God, like I was already doing YouTube like when I was like 12 years old. Like, why did I not just keep it up? And like, it does sometimes like pain me because it's like, now I'm like, bro, I could have had like 10 years of experience or whatever. But like, the important thing is that over a long period of time, like in the big picture, I have been consistent. Like, I haven't, it's not been perfect at all, but at least I like kept coming back to it and like slowly like learned things. And like, I feel like a lot of things happen like for a reason. At least when you look back, it's like really clear. And so like, I don't know, but I'm here now. So yes, what do you got?
So I was gonna show you specifically a video my brother sent me yesterday that made me feel like pretty discouraged.
Great.
Like at first I was like, this is awesome. And then now I'm just like, it's pretty unnecessary. Like, and I think most people, maybe the reason this has a lot of likes is because it's sort of funny. But I guess I took it sort of like literally and then it discouraged me, but.
Let's see it. I think I've seen this guy. Yeah, I've seen this guy. Yeah, like I feel like the words he's saying, I actually like. Yeah, I agree with. It is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why it's shared so much because he's being funny.
Yeah, well, like the things he's saying are like logical and make sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I don't really know what I was gonna say about that.
Also, I feel like maybe I should say this before the camera dies. I have a bit of a hot take. Is it cool if I just like spew it out real quick? Okay. So yeah, this is a hot take. I feel like there's a big problem with voting, like in our country, like a big problem with voting in elections, like because you can go in to vote with as little or as much information as you want. I think that is insane. Like I really think that. And of course, a lot of people are like actually responsible and put in time to educate themselves and do it to the best of their ability. But like, to me, it's like obvious. Like maybe I'm not thinking of something. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. But like, why is there not like either just like a little test that you have to take like right before voting that's like just so that you know what different, like, at least like, let's say just for president, like what this person has said and done and what they say they will do. Like, that is so basic and so important, because it's like, it's just mind-boggling to me. Like, you could go and flip a coin, boom. And also, like, there's the message to just go vote. And, like, yeah, I think voting is incredible. It's, like, such an important right that, U.S. citizens have. And I think it's implied that you should educate yourself and go vote. But I think it's important to say that, educate yourself and go vote. Don't just say go vote, because then somebody might be completely uneducated and they just walk in and they're like, I guess I'm going to go with this. Like, and yeah. So there's my little rant. I think that's it. So I think either a test or just like a plain, like, objective, like, this is what this person, what they said they'll do, blah, blah. This is this person, what they said, like. It's a little change, but, like, I feel like that, like, in order to progress, like, that is so important. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take at all.
Really? Okay.
Because I think most people would agree with you, and I think that is a pretty huge problem.
I'm glad that you agree. It makes me feel good.
And, like, I think a while ago, like, the debates were usually where people would see, like, oh, this is what this person's offering, and, like, he just sort of said why that guy's thing that he's thinking of doing isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
But now, like, the presidential debate, like, is nonsense.
Yeah, it's become, and maybe it's because of the candidates specifically, but, like, I can speak for myself. Like, it's very confusing to try to follow what's being said. It's like, and it works to, it's just confusing. And I think it confuses a lot of people when we need, like, clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good point, though.
Yeah, but that's all. But yeah, motivational edits, I love them, honestly. Like, all my feeds are kind of filled up with them. It's so funny. But I love them. I love the Kanye music ones. I love the sports ones. I love the Matthew McConaughey ones. I love, like, all of them. They're so good. They get
usually
me
the
pumped.
sports ones I like a lot.
There's a lot of accounts also that are really consistent. We're talking about the one that you like, Invictus, right?
Something like that.
And then there's one I like called Maximize. They're both really good.
Uh-huh.
I love them, honestly. And part of me wants to make some, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All right, I think we're pretty deep into this podcast. We're in the deep zone or whatever. Colin and Samir call it, like, the deep end. They call it the deep end. And then sometimes Colin puts on, like, a scuba mask.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so is it cool if I just rattle off, like, what I did this week?
Sure.
All right. Do you want to say anything first? Because this might take a sec.
No.
Okay. Feel free to act out what I'm doing if you want. Okay. November 2nd. After the pod, I finished the video critiquing Johnny Pancakes and kept watching this movie called The Signs with Alyssa. November 3rd, I made a video where I made a beat in 1 hour. I brought a load of stuff to this house from Sean's and took some pics of Sean for class, and he took the thumbnail picture for me. And then I showed Sean the Casey Neistat video. November 4th, I had a dream about driving my car into the driveway, and then somebody knocked on my door in real life, and I woke up, and I thought I imagined it, but then me and Sean got a text from Carter saying, like, I need help. And so I was like, got you. And I got up, and his car wouldn't start, so we jumped it just in the driveway, and it was just weird that I just had a dream where I was in the driveway. Weird stuff. Then I did some brainstorming. I edited and posted the last podcast. So,
Wait, what day is this?
This is November 4th, which is Sunday, I think.
Okay.
Then I did jujitsu. Oh my god, bruh. I was so frustrated in this last jujitsu class. Like, it was the most I've ever been considering dropping the class, and I'm still like, I might be done. Like, I don't know if it's worth it anymore. Like, I think it was really great to have something difficult every single week that I did that I didn't want to do. But, like, I think I get it. Like, I think I just want to, I don't want to. But I don't know yet if I'll quit. I guess I need to figure out before tomorrow.
All right.
But I was so frustrated with the sensei. I get, like, I think he's, it's just like his method of teaching, and I think it works to be harsh. Like, that's very important. But, like, bro, I was so frustrated. I was, like, cussing this guy out in the middle in my head. Like, So I'm on top of this guy, punching him, right? And because we're doing this thing where one person's on top punching, and then they roll the other person, or
So you're
the person on
literally
bottom.
punching him?
Yeah, but you're blocking, and they told us to be careful, like don't actually hurt each other, basically. And then you roll on top of the other person, like you just keep rolling each other and punching, basically, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the whole exercise. And I got pretty injured by it, but it's not even the thing I'm trying to say. Basically, oh my God, it was so annoying. I was on top of the guy, and yeah, so I'm doing these kind of weak punches, like side to side, because I don't want to hurt him. And then the sensei comes up, and he's like, no, like, what are you doing? Like, we don't do this. Like you punch real. And he's like, you see the difference between this? And then he like got right up in my face, like he does a lot, and he's like, you see the difference? And I'm like, yep. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I see the difference. I'm trying not to hurt him. Like, and so he's like, you need to blah blah. And I'm like, all right. And he told me to switch up the angle so that it's harder to block. But before he was saying like, don't, because you're not trying to hit him. And so I'm like, okay. And so sure enough, I start punching this guy like actually in the head because I'm switching the angle. And and the sensei was like getting mad at the guy on the bottom. He was like, block, crow, block. And he's like, what are you doing? And it's like, it's hard to block when someone's on top of you. Like, yeah, so I was just getting pissed off. And then I was also getting pissed off at the other guy as well. I don't even remember exactly, but yeah, like sometimes I get that they critique stuff and they're trying to get us to be pretty perfect with it. Like that's great. But like the way they do it is just so rude sometimes. And like maybe it works, but it just pisses me off in the moment.
Who?
The sensei and his like training buddy or whatever. They're both black belts. So they know what they're doing, but it's like, it's annoying.
That's funny. Yeah, the class does not sound fun.
Yeah, it can be fun, but it could also suck. So then I showered at Johnson, so maybe I probably showered there like 3 times or something. Me and Sean went to Lapo. We tried finding you. Oh yeah, at the basketball thing, but couldn't find you. Tried benching, but I finally got kicked out of the second floor because normally I can go up there if I don't have the right shoes because they don't really call me out. Because I've gone into the bottom multiple times and they kicked me out for having slides on because I forgot normal shoes. So this time they finally kicked me out from up there, which sucked.
Do they even have a bench upstairs?
They do.
You just use the dumbbells?
No, I use the squat rack basically, and I just slide a bench under there. It works. It works really well. And then, oh yeah, I took some pics of Sean for our class. Went home, went to bed too early. Oh yeah, I went to bed way too early. And in my head, I wrote down, I craved to make more videos. I'm loving YouTube. And it's so true. Like I just wanted to be making a video, but I didn't plan one to make that day, so I just had nothing to do. And I was like, I just want to make more.
Oh, cool.
November 5th. I did laundry, I packed, I brought a ton of stuff to this house. I made the light bulb Evan Carl's video. I went home, then I went to yoga. Sickness overcame me in class. Got vitamin C and chilled with Alyssa at her dorm to recover, and then I brushed my teeth. I met you, and we talked about if my Evan Carl's video was cringe or not.
Wait.
You remember this in the sub?
That was just like yesterday.
This was November 5th. And that was like 4 days ago.
No, it was just yes. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
It really surprised me how straightforward the answer was for both you and ChatGPT. They're just making the decision for me that I'm not going to take myself too seriously. And also, that was night 173 at Sean's, which was the last night I was there. But yeah, I thought that was so funny. Like, and I know you guys aren't actually making the decision for me, but like, it's so funny that to you and ChatGPT, there's like no question. You're like, no, like people are gonna like that you're not taking yourself seriously. But for me, it's like, okay, yeah, that's right, but like maybe I don't want that to be like, out there. I don't know. November 6th, went to campus, printed the pics with you, and I really liked how they turned out. I'm actually gonna throw them up on screen. Yeah, I gotta give props to you for that blue picture of Sean. Like, it's so sick. I really like it. But I liked a lot of them. You and I tried the Indian place, which was bussing. It was so good. And And then when you left,
This is the same day?
This is November 6th, so
The next day?
Yeah. When you left, I spent time trying to figure out how I want to show up in the world and like how I want to show up online. Like I really tried thinking about like my image and like what I want to aspire to be and like how I want to carry myself basically. So yeah, I thought about that. I came up with like traits that I really want to reflect basically. Then class, and then during class we were sitting there, and then that one girl just like hit her head on the wall, and we couldn't stop laughing. And yeah, I told you this, but in the moment I really cherished like just being able to laugh and try not to laugh like with you in class, because like that's the best feeling. That's one of the best feelings in the world to me, is like trying not to laugh in class with your boys. And like when you can't laugh, it's like it makes it so hard. You just want to laugh. So that was awesome. It was very funny. Then I went to Sean's, and then I went here, and the driving took so long. It was the night before all the snow came, or like the night of, and like there was crazy traffic on the freeway for some reason. Yeah, and then I started setting up here. I said it feels really cool and weird to be back. Feels really good though. I started cleaning up my room, finding a bunch of old stuff. Oh yeah, and I found myself like, when I'd find like a math notebook from high school, just filled with pages of me writing math, like I definitely got like a deep sense of like regret. I'm like, bro, I spent like so much time and energy on this thing that like is probably not gonna amount to anything. But then if I really think about it, I'm like, it probably has helped me in ways that I didn't think about, like, I don't know, work ethic or something, writing, I don't know what, just maybe thinking with my brain. Like, so it was easy to like find a lot of school stuff and be like, damn, like what was I doing? But
I agree. Like
you do.
When I think about Bosque classes, like
It's like
I was sweating
know.
it.
Me
Like
too.
I should have just been chilling and relaxing.
yeah, especially in middle school. Like
There was
they,
never an assignment I needed to worry about for that school.
yeah, and the fact like, I mean,
You just gotta
bruh,
do
if we
it done.
like we went to UNM, like I'm pretty sure we could have had like pretty bad grades at Bosque, right? Like
I think that UNM has a 99% acceptance
Yeah.
rate.
so that's wild, but
You gotta have
But
like
you
negative
definitely gotta-
grades to like not get into UNM.
yeah, but you got to think about it like, you know, like I think just, I know the whole thing at Bosque I think was like learning to learn or whatever, but at any school, like that's what you're doing. You're like, you're learning to learn, you're learning to socialize, like you're learning to put work into something that might suck. So there's pros to it, but it was not fun to find some stuff for sure. November 7th, I slept like an actual G. I woke up to snow. I had no clue. I had no clue that snow was like actually even in the cards for the weather this week. Because I remember a day or two before, you said something like I hope that like Connor Jacks is kind and like provides us with like a snow day or something. And I was thinking in my
I think
head.
that was the day before it snowed.
I think so. In my head, I was thinking like, like I really doubt that's gonna happen. Like that'd be sick. But like, why would that happen? I don't know if you've been paying attention to the weather, but I hadn't.
Well, I think it was raining all day, and then
yeah.
it was also getting pretty cold. So I was like, well, rain and very cold weather.
To me, it was not obvious at all. I was like, what is this dude talking about? But you were right. I spent literally like the entire snow day like organizing my stuff, so that was nice. Because this room was a mess. Like I guess I could maybe, I don't know if I will, but I have some pictures of like before and after, and I'm still not totally done yet. But, I went for a run and saw like 3 people in total at the park because it was really cold out and there's snow everywhere. And then yeah, so and then it had been like, so yeah, I'd only lifted like once the whole week, which is not good. And so then Johnson was closed, but luckily Alyssa has access to the gym at like Casas del Rio. So I met her there and I went in and got a pump, so that was good. And it was cool. Like, have you ever been in there before? It's like really small, but it was really cozy. And there's like a lot of people in there.
Wow.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, I got a great pump. I got some Golden Pride burritos, went home, made the Chromacopia ranking video, watched part of a movie with my mom, and then went to bed. Then November 8th, so yesterday, I woke up. I feel like after this podcast, we should probably not, like, if we say what we did, we should really, like, make it really choppy. Or not choppy, but fast. Because, like, I feel like this is probably boring to, like, literally everybody besides maybe, like, you and me. But
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
all right.
Nothing matters. Imagine, like, Luke Rubal is listening to this right now as he drives across Albuquerque to go pick up his mother. Hi, Luke. I hope you're enjoying this, and I'm going to continue talking about what I did last week, a year ago. I woke up, I ate a bowl of cereal, probably fast. No, it wasn't cereal, it was a bowl of oatmeal, probably faster than I ever have before. I got ready, converted my new room back into Fergie's room. Me and Fergie are, like, splitting rent over here. Every time, like, if me and my mom are out of the house, I just pull over, like, a cover so that it can get all of her hair all over it. She just sleeps on there. It's pretty cute. So yeah, and then I went to the dermatologist because remember I was talking about, like, I have this thing that I should get checked out. So, this was a very bad experience. Well, not terrible, but an unfavorable experience at the dermatologist. I would not recommend this place. I'll tell you it in private. I'm not trying to put them on blast here, but yeah, I went in because I noticed this mark on my face and because I wanted to get the stretch mark checked out. Or whatever it is. So I called it because it was recommended to me. I called the place and they said that we could do a full body scan. I'm like, great. Let me just say, this experience was very unprofessional and uncomfortable. So basically, I got the vibe that this doctor, I think she's a doctor. I don't know if she's just a nurse practitioner or an actual doctor, but I got the vibe that this woman was trying to make a quick buck off of me, which is, like, not the feeling I want to get from my doctor, like, you know? So, yeah, not the vibe, but, yeah, and then the other thing, she was, like, aggressive, but not thorough. Like, so how I describe it, like, when she's, like, looking at my head, she's like, but, like, she, like, didn't even see, like, the one thing I do have on my head, and I had to, like, point it out to her, like, stuff like that. And, oh yeah, and then, yeah, so it was a full body scan. So, like, I just had my underwear on, and, like, they were, like, so willy-nilly with just, like, leaving the door open or closed. Like, there's 3 people just, like, walking in and out of the room, like, while I'm, like, changing or whatever. Like, that was kind of wild to me, like breaking HIPAA violations possibly. Like, not breaking them, but I did, I don't know, I signed my rights away, so whatever. I showed them the reason that I was there. And she was like, well, like, why did you come in for it? Like, did it hurt or burn or something? And I was like, and I said, no, like, well, not like that. I said, no, I just don't really know much about skin health. And I don't know what this is. And she just said it was fine or something. So I guess it's fine. And then, oh yeah. yeah. So I pointed at this other thing that I've had on my head for a while. And she said that it was fine. Like,
How does she know?
Yeah, what is she, a dermatologist? I actually don't know. She might not be. But, and then, like, next sentence, she was like, I could freeze it off for you. And, like, and I was like, and then I realized she was waiting for a response. And I was like, like, I think I'm okay for now. Like, I don't really care. Like,
We gotta get so much stuff freezed off.
If you want. Like, I feel like the thing with dermatology and stuff, like so many people are like, oh, like, your skin needs to be perfect. Like, I don't know, personally, like, I don't know, I just, like, who cares? Like, I guess if it's something you really don't want and you want to get frozen off, then you should. But, like, I know I've had stuff, like, when I was younger, I had, like, a wart on my finger and then this other thing on my neck, and they froze it off. But, like, I don't even know if that's what helped it, or, like, that just made it worse. I don't know.
Do they freeze it off or, like, cut it off?
I think it depends. But for some stuff, like up here, they'd freeze it. For the wart I had as a kid, they froze it up, like time after time after time, and it wouldn't go away. And then they stopped freezing it, and then it went away. So maybe we just had to give it time. But anyways, Yeah, and then I asked about the stretch mark thing, and her response was, "There's nothing that I can do about it." I wrote this in all caps. I'm not asking if there's something you can do about it. I'm asking like if I need to be concerned about my health. Like, what is this thing on my arm? Because I know you thought it was like internal bleeding, like when you saw it. Like, yeah, it does not look like a very normal stretch mark. But yeah, her response was, "There's nothing I can do about it."
What?
Yeah. And so I'm like, bruh. And then, yeah, so lower body, again, very fast. She saw this mole that I have right here. I've had it like since I was a baby. Like, I've just called it a birthmark. And she pointed at it and she's like, "This is going to need a biopsy." And I asked her, I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I've had that like my entire life." And she was explaining to me and I looked and there's like a slight, like it changes slightly from like one brown to slightly different brown. And yeah, and so she then took off her gloves and like went over to the cabinet and it looked like she was ready to like pull out a knife and just like get to it. And then I was like, "Wait, like, did you mean today?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Could I maybe like come back another time?" And she's like, "Sure." And so they gave me like, I had to sign this like refusal of like, not surgery, but refusal of like something service, so that I can get out of there. Yeah. And yeah, and like even if it is cancerous, like like of course I should get it removed, but like I have like a personal connection to it. Like I like it. Like maybe I don't want to get rid of it. But that's just me. Okay.
I like for sure have some cancerous moles. Like,
Let me see.
I've got to. Like, I have so many, and I've had them for so long. Like, you're worried about one. Like,
Well, no, I'm not even worried about this, but maybe I should be. But like,
I don't know.
I don't know. And the thing is, I've had this, like, I don't know. And now I do know some things to look for. So if it's, this is dumb to me. I'm shocked that like the medical world hasn't like figured this out yet. I should probably stop talking right now. I'm gonna get canceled. But like the paper that I got, at least from her, it was saying like if it's asymmetrical, it may be cancerous. If it's something, it may be cancerous. And I guess there's no way to know unless you do a biopsy. But like, what mole is going to be perfectly symmetrical? And then also like, so yeah, if it's not symmetrical, it could be an issue. And if it's not the same color all around, it could be an issue. And I forget what else, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend the place that I went, but if you did just want to get like it's not a terrible place. Like she at least did a decent job.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I signed that thing, and again, like I don't even think I was fully dressed like when I was signing it, and when she like just walked out of the room, and there's these two other women that were just like in the room the whole time. And like as I'm signing this thing, they're just like talking to each other, and one of them was like, "Oh yeah, like I had blue Takis last night." I'm assuming there was like blue stuff in her fingernails or something.
Wow. Were they like nurses or something, or like associated with
I think they were like assistants or something. I'm not really sure. They're probably like
Random
our
people.
age or like a few years older or something. Yeah, and then when I was leaving, I made my appointment because they told me to schedule one for the biopsy, one for the checkup a year from now. And so I purposely scheduled it like as far as I could without raising any suspicion, like because like I need time to like get a second opinion, like
time to raise up an army against this place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a second opinion somewhere else because like I did not really like the vibe of this place. Yeah, so that was that. I went to Sean's. I cleaned up the room. It was funny. The one thing that I had not gotten when I was packing was my marathon bib, which is right over there. It had fallen behind the dresser, so I just finished vacuuming the place, got all my stuff out. I cleaned out the fridge and whatever. And then Carter is like looking around the fridge after I just cleaned it out, and he's like, "Did you happen to see my yogurt when you were cleaning out the fridge?" I threw out this man's breakfast. I felt terrible. I was saying I can like Venmo you a few bucks, and he's like, "Nah, it's like a few dollars. Don't worry about it." But I'm gonna make it up to him. So next time I go to Sean,
What did you assume it was? Yours or something?
Yeah, I thought it was mine from like a long time ago because it was about to expire, and I was like, because I had that like overnight oats craze.
Carter was probably waiting days to eat that.
I know, he really probably was. And then Amelia got there to help me get like the desk and my bike and a few big things I couldn't fit in my car. And it was so funny, like, okay, like, yeah, generally, in my experiences, like, women just tend to be better at, like, having, like, conversations where you, like, learn important things about people. Like, because I never, like, know what to ask. I'm just trying, like, not to be awkward. But, like, a lot of women in my life, at least, like, actually are like, oh, well, this is a logical thing to ask. This is, like, I'm actually trying to learn something here, you know? And so, like, the whole time that I've lived with Carter, I've not learned a whole lot about him, even though I lived with him for, 6 months or something. But Amelia, in this like 30-second, 10-second conversation, she learned like almost as much as I knew about him. That like he's an older sibling and he has like however many siblings and blah blah, like what he's doing. Like it's just kind of funny. And then yeah, we put the stuff in the car, and then, and then like right before I got in the car to leave, because Carter's just in the kitchen, I was like, so like I guess I'll like see you around. Yeah, I'm actually moving out. I hadn't told him. He had no idea, and he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, it's been a pleasure. Like it was great, like living with you, whatever. And like we shook hands, and that was it. And I walked out. Wow. I thought that was kind of funny. That, like I just didn't even think to tell him until like the moment I was walking out of the house. Yeah. So, yeah, then, yeah, after I wished him luck, then we brought the desk over to my other mom's house, which was really nice. She told us how she's been taking care of her mental health, such as staying off of social media, like entirely. She hasn't been on for, I don't know, at least probably 4 days or something. And I think she's liking it, so
that's cool.
It might be the move.
Sorry, I'll say one thing about that.
How dare you?
Like, I think, so a lot of times I think, am I the only one, like, social media makes me feel bad? Is it just me? But I think it's, like, everyone. Like,
It really is.
Like, and hearing that your mom, like, a more mature person, like, I didn't even know, like, older people were, like, not older people, but, like, you know, like, our parents and stuff, I didn't even know they could, like, become, like, I thought that was just a thing like younger people experience due to social media, but that's, yeah,
not the case.
Definitely affects everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's not like she's definitely not as like, you know, ingrained, like intertwined as like people our age probably are, because I think she's just on Instagram and she's probably not watching Reels, but maybe she is. But yeah, that's totally
she's
true.
The one making those movies.
She's telling you to move into an apartment and make $2 million in a month.
True.
Yeah, I showed them the video of Casey Neistat, and then I brought stuff to this house. But yeah, and then I just wrote the thing about what it means to make it for each of us, and like how it'd be fun maybe for the four of us to, like, if we wanted to, but we really don't have to, but we could be like, yeah, this is what it means for me to make it, and then you just slowly work towards it. But at the same time, like, don't put the future too ahead of your present. Like, enjoy it and don't stress yourself out too much. Let your goal change if you think it should over time, just what feels right. But yeah, just have like a general thing to go towards. And then my mom and Alyssa and I watched that 70s show, which I'd never watched before. It's all right. I did some editing. I met you and Sean at the talent show. Oh yeah, I tried to make like as many possible viral clips for Ian as I could. Like when you were panning back and forth, I don't know like if you could see me at all, because you probably see the whole crowd, but like at one point I was just like meditating like in the middle of the crowd. Like I thought that was pretty funny.
That's the only one I saw. I didn't notice any other.
Cool. I did a ton of random stuff. I was like, oh my God, or like taking out my sweatshirt, like geez, or like just like really like I was. So I really hope some of that like he's able to use. But that was fun. And then I went grocery shopping. We decided not to hang out last night.
I didn't really have a say in that.
I know, and it's too bad, because if you had responded literally a minute earlier, we probably would have, because the three of us were very like, whatever is fine. We were waiting to hear, because Jack called you a loose cannon and said that like you'd be able to decide if we should hang out tonight or tonight, which we still can if you're down.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Like, Jack's the one that wanted to do these weekly Friday things,
I
and he
know.
has the least motivation every single Friday.
But we could do it tonight though instead, if you're down.
Yes, probably.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I went home, and I accidentally left the garage door open. I didn't know until this morning. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, and then today I woke up real sleepy today. For real, I think the problem is that I woke up due to sound and temperature conditions changing because I think the door had been open all night or something, and then my mom turned on the heat in the morning, so it got really hot, and I heard some stuff. So yeah, and then I fell back asleep, and then I think I woke up in like mid really deep sleep, so I was just so tired when I woke up. I took Fergie on a run for the first time, which was pretty good. It was like way faster than I would normally run, and like instead of like a chill vibe, it was like
a beast.
Yeah, she's a beast. It's crazy. Yeah, really fast. Then I met my mom at Wex. Not my mom here, my other mom. Oh my god, yeah. So I ordered a breakfast burrito, as I do pretty much everywhere because I love breakfast burritos. And the woman was like, all right, would you like red, green, both, or like our extremely hot green chili? Which, like, that's something you don't hear every day, you know? And so I was like, I paused for a second. I was like, do you recommend it or something? And she was like, yeah, it's really, really hot or something. So like, I was giving caution or whatever. And I was like, sure, like I'll do it. Bro, it was hot. It was like a struggle. Like it went from being like an enjoyable breakfast with my mom to like, I don't want to pass out in front of 60 strangers right now.
That's funny.
It's pretty intense. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then, oh shoot, I made an appointment with the Geek Squad, and we should probably end this right now, and I need to go, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
I was
Shoot.
thinking
All right.
that.
Thank you all so much for watching. Watch this video. It's been real. Thank you, Andre, for another incredible episode. Who am I to call it incredible? The people watching, like it or dislike it, whatever you want. Wait, you got to go too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an appointment literally in like 7 minutes.